Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. Bonk has reacted to that golden ratio level at least a little bit, that 61.8 retracement level we looked at yesterday. The wave count we discussed is so far unchanged. I think it could still form another low. I'm actually not sure if we discussed this micro count in the last video, if I just updated it earlier today on Discord and I just assumed we discussed it today. I might have added it today. Not entirely sure, but hey, you know, the idea was, and the idea still is, that as long as we're moving in that corrective price channel, which started here at the recent high in May, there is no confirmed completion of the correction. All right, so you can see that on this 1 hour time frame, Bonk moved up from the swing low that formed in April at around 121920. In 5 waves. So that's actually a nice 5-wave move. It's actually a possible impulse, which means we have clear parameters. If this really is the case, and this is a wave 1 to the upside, then we would call this a wave 2 to the downside, which could give us a corrective pullback. We are moving in a corrective price channel. That's at the moment all okay. We might see one more low. And the reason is that I can identify 5 waves in this wave A. So please be aware that a wave 2 is in most cases a so-called ABC structure. It's a 3-wave move, and the A wave can have 5 waves, then it would be an impulse, which I think is the case here. Or it can be a 3-wave move. If the A wave is a 5-wave move, then the B wave is oftentimes shallow. We've seen that. The B wave itself was again a 3-wave move, and that's what they normally do, okay? And then what it typically indicates, if the A wave is a 5-wave move, then it tells us that with a high likelihood, a C wave down is still to follow, which happened. So this chart, even on the micro level, has beautifully followed the projections over the last few months. We're also moving, as I said, in this price channel. We have a very well-defined channel. And in addition to that, we are now moving into this, or we did already move into this support zone. I call it upper support because if this upper support area breaks, then I will have to change the scenario, have to change the expectation and the wave count. I mean, at the moment, the idea is that we can watch this upper support area for a possible reaction. Now that is due now. It's not necessarily overdue. We can easily get one more low. If one more low forms, it should reach like 161484, for example. That would be a key support level. The low could absolutely be in, but it's not yet very convincing what happened since or from this last swing low when the price touched a 61.8 retracement. Looking at this, we can say that the C wave down, which started here on the 5th of June, the C wave down is a 5-wave pattern, right? So if the C wave down is a 5-wave pattern, then we can only identify 3 waves at the moment. So one more lower high would be likely in wave 4 of C. It is possible that it's already in the low, but then it would be a WXY pattern, always possible, but usually not as common as an ABC structure. So usually, my view is at least, once when I can count another low, then I will do that because it's typically part of an ABC structure, which is usually the most likely scenario. But I will always give you the resistance area, which if broken will indicate that we've bottomed already. So the resistance area is highlighted in red on the chart. It's between 236248 and 261522. Any break above it would indicate that this rally is too strong for a 4th wave and that it's likely that we've already bottomed. Then most likely already in a 3rd wave rally. So the price would then be in a 3rd wave rally. Until then, expectations are for this to basically give us a lower high and then another lower low, and then we could form a low. Just by having a full wave count, that doesn't mean though that the low is in. First of all, it means that the minimum requirements are fulfilled for an ideal structure. It means that we have to be on high alert for a reversal. We have to be that already because we're in a support region. But then also I need to see that the market confirms this upside breakout. I want to see a 5-wave move up, a break above resistance. Not happening yet. Not happening yet. So that's what we need to see. It's a 3-wave rally so far. Now that could form into a larger 3-wave move and would be a nice 4th wave. Okay. Typically, the ideal target for a 4th is the 38.2 retracement that points towards 236,248. So overall, we have to just be watching the levels at the moment. No confirmed low in place, but it's going to get interesting once we start to break above the upper boundary line of the channel. That's the update about Bonk. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.